word out of Washington is that there is a quarterback change. Taylor Heinicke is getting benched in favor of Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was injured earlier in the season with a thumb issue. Now he's back. And what did Carson Wentz do at the beginning of the year? Well, let's refresh our memories. He torched Jacksonville. He torched Detroit. And he torched Tennessee. 3 of some of the worst passing defenses in the NFL. He struggled in 2 other games against Dallas and Philadelphia, so which are really tough defenses. So how do we evaluate him against the Browns, which are middle of the pack against the run and middle pack against the pass? Well, I think he's going to be a middle pack quarterback. He's a matchup dependent quarterback, right? We saw 3 top 7 performances from Carson Wentz earlier in the year, but 2 bottom 20 performances. So I think he's going to finish in that quarterback 15 or so range. This is a game where the Washington Commanders want to, get the win. They're trusting this quarterback, Carson Wentz, over Taylor Heinicke. Heinicke has been a nice story. He's kept them in playoff contention, but the Commanders went out of the way this offseason and put in significant assets to acquire Carson Wentz from the Indianapolis Colts. So what I would say is instead, in your Superflex leagues, you're starting Carson Wentz this week. In your one quarterback leagues, you have to be pretty desperate to put Carson Wentz into your starting lineup. I'm viewing him as like a quarterback 15 to 18 range, given that that's the matchup. Maybe he can sneak into that quarterback 12 with the right side of variance, but I'm not going out of my way to saying, hey, Carson Wentz is this elite tier streamer. Like, he wasn't at the Gardner Minshew level of streaming from last week, right? Gardner Minshew was a strong recommendation to stream. I'm not giving that level of confidence with Carson Wentz, but I don't think this is a zero either. The Browns defense, has struggled with staying healthy and had its own issues. So what I'm telling you is, if you don't need to start Carson Wentz, you don't have to. This is a risky play in the championship week. There's not a ton of upside with starting Wentz. But this is a good thing for Jahan Dotson, and it's a good thing for Terry McLaurin. In particular, I think it's especially good for Jahan Dotson. Dotson, who has had a few good games with Carson Wentz throwing him the ball. And you have to give Carson Wentz credit, 75% completion percentage, and threw a touchdown against San Francisco in relief of Taylor Heinicke last week. So that's how I would evaluate the Carson Wentz situation in Washington, a mid-pack quarterback too going into your championship week.